All right, here we go. We got
Wow,
a
here
title
we
fight,
go.
main event.
So Nailini, the Tongan goddess, Helu, all the way from Tonga, currently staying in Otahu right now. Former top 10 ranked boxer in the world. And also on top of that, she was actually a 3-time NZ amateur champion.
So she has the amateur background as well.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Amateur background. And saying that, Lani Daniels also was experienced amateur boxer.
Yeah,
so
2-time NZ champion and amateur champion. So
they both have amateur experience under their belt.
Right. Also,
and here comes the champ.
Lani Daniels is looking really slick, really good right now. Even Nailini Helu's looking really comfortable. She's actually really looking better and fitter. So we'll have to see how she goes against Lani Daniels. So Nailini being 24 years of age and Lani being 29 years of age. So there's a little 5-year gap there. And Nailini came out 1 kg. Oh no, actually. 200 grams heavier. So I suppose, like we talked about before, 200 grams is actually nothing in the pro division.
You know, with that being said as well, but you also, that's what they weighed in officially, but coming into the ring, you don't know, have some of them sat in a sauna and taken off some fluids. They could be coming in with a bit of a weight advantage tonight, so we don't have weights on them for today.
Right.
And with that, if someone has lost some weight via losing some fluids, will it affect their performance over 8 rounds? We have 8 2-minute rounds. So a bit more rounds than the previous bouts. So will they have the conditioning to take on the longer distance?
Yeah, really excited to see this fight. It will be a good fight, a good matchup. Most of the stats are quite even. So I think all it comes down to is their performance tonight.
Nice. Okay, cool. So
here they come in the middle.
I actually got 2 fascinating news that I just picked up earlier.
Okay.
So Nailini and Lani actually fought each other 4 times in the amateur.
Have they?
Not realizing if who's got how many wins and whatnot, but just having 4 is pretty cool. But on top of that, Lani's sister actually fought Lani 6 times in the amateur.
Wow.
So looking at that alone itself, it's kind of like, it just shows like there's some rivalry kind of going on there.
Yeah, they've got the 40 before, so that's interesting to know.
And what you also might see is they're going to be familiar with each other.
Right.
So perhaps they're going to be aware of each of their better weapons and their strengths. So they might have to think outside the square, bring something new that they've learnt through the professional game to get on top of their opponent.
Yeah. And so far, everything's looking even the height, weight.
Right.
Reach advantage, so it really does come down to the skill level, I think, for tonight.
And you can see a difference in styles, though. Lani carries her hands quite low. She's using her feet, measuring her range.
Yes.
As Helu is keeping the hands fairly high.
Yeah.
She's tracking it. She's holding the center of the ring.
Nice, and both of these girls are really experienced, so
they are.
There's no easy pie here, so which is
not at
real
all.
good.
I feel like the first round is always a bit of a
feel
around.
Right.
Just sussing
see what the opponent does. Let's see how the opponent responds to what you do.
Yeah, because how many rounds have we got in this?
So this
match?
is 8 2-minute rounds.
Okay, so they've got the time. They've got the time to feel each other out,
and they're both looking really fit, skinnier.
Yeah.
Stiff jab there, stiff the variation in timing. You see, Lani's got some unpredictable timing, offbeat, leading with the hands from the hips. All things to make her puzzle, difficult to solve. Unconventional stance.
Yeah.
That was a really good analogy. I like that,
Oh,
Jad. That was
thanks,
really
bro. Thanks.
fascinating. So, you know, a really hard puzzle to solve. And some people won't pick that up, and that's really amazing. Bro.
That's what it is, bro. Everyone in there is a
That's
puzzle. And
exactly. You can't be too predictable in this
That's
game.
right.
So
That's right.
Oh, here we go.
Wow.
We're starting
she's
to
finding
see.
the target for their right hand.
Yep.
Helu
Wow.
coming on with some urgency in that last 5
right.
seconds.
Yep. Hopefully we'll see the carry
The
on
cool
in the
thing-
second round.
The cool thing about that too is Lini, she can take a punch, and Lani looks like she can take a punch too. But
Yeah.
the best part, I tell you guys, this is probably the funniest part about it, is that they're actually wearing the same shoes, but just different color.
Are they? Okay, I didn't notice. Are you a shoe guy?
Yeah,
Louis?
obviously,
you know,
Keep
I've
an eye
got
on-
multiple Jordans at home that I
Okay.
wish I could get rid of.
Oh, they trust
Checking
me.
the kicks.
Oh,
Did you also notice
oh.
the?
yeah.
Okay. We're just having a laugh at the
Ina's brother.
the
Alright.
ring entertainment, because honestly, in amateur boxing, I tell you what, we don't see this.
Come on, Ina, get in
Oh,
there.
I love it. I love it. I really do.
Get in there, Ina.
Yeah, it is my sort of thing.
What else I've noticed is Lani's coach has boxing shoes on while she's got runners.
That's true. Maybe they should do a bit of a quick swap. All right, so we go for the second round, and
Well,
So far, so
What are
see
the
if they
adjustments?
loosen up a bit and let it go a bit.
And their hair is braided almost the same. Oh, man.
Twinning.
What I kind of noticed from the first round, what I noticed from the first round is that they actually, because like what you said, Chad, they're very familiar with each other. They're catching each other's punches, parrying each other's punches quite well.
that's right. They're going to be familiar with each other's timing. You know, everyone's got their timing, their own beat that they go to, and they're going to seem like they're familiar with each other.
Right. And they both can switch, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's it. Just another thing to add to the puzzle. And when you're boxing southpaws and all, you're a southpaw yourself, aren't you?
So I originally on orthodox, but when I broke my left elbow, I started learning how to fight southpaw. So I pretty much fight the same on both sides.
Yeah. And you know, with southpaw, when you got a southpaw and orthodox fighting, you have pretty much a change in how the bout is going to go. It's a fight over distance
yeah.
with
Right.
the front foot being on the same side. You're going to be a little bit further apart, so maintaining range, measuring range becomes a big factor in how the bout goes. Let's see
So
here.
far, so good. They're trying to suss out each other. I think they're trying to suss out each other because they still got a long way to go.
Yeah,
They
that's
got
right.
8 times 2 minute rounds.
That's right.
And this is only round 2. So far, so good.
I think it would pay for Helu to maybe lead with some right hands. You can see Lani likes to favour moving to her left, even though she moves to her right there. Generally, she likes to move to her left. And that's moving on to Helu's power hand.
Wow.
Nice double jab
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
She
yeah.
got Lani on the back foot. But we've got 10 to go, so
They're trying to do those little cheeky punches.
yeah.
Awesome. That was a really good round 2, though. I reckon. I think Lini had that one on that one.
Yeah, I reckon it might be like 1
That's
each
from my
now.
perspective, but I'm not too sure what you guys see.
I agree. I think it's maybe
yeah.
1 round each.
I agree with that, yeah.
I think that's the first time you guys both have agreed with me. So that's and it's the last fight of the night, so I feel really, really good.
Two rounds down, quarter way through the bout. No one's really stamped their authority on this bout and taken the momentum. It's kind of to and fro, 1 for 1. Like we said, they're familiar with each other, so is someone going to bring something different to this bout, something that the other hasn't seen before?
All right, round 3
All
on
right.
its way. So far, so good.
You can see from what we've seen so far, Lani likes to use her feet, box on the outside.
Yeah.
She, being part of the national open squad. Ooh, look at me. I have seen Lani box before, and she's boxed a lot as a senior, and I have seen her have some international bouts. And with that, the high competition in the amateurs, the high level, they tend to use their feet. If you can control the distance with your feet, you can control when action takes place, and you can dictate the bout. You can see maybe she's got that experience there, and she is using her feet to dictate action.
How is she boxing from those amateur days, though? Has she had to adjust to the pros? Is it very
From
similar?
what I see, it is fairly similar.
Nice too.
She's slowed down her work. She's throwing one to two at a time.
Yep.
From what I remember, she used to throw a bit more, but with that, she has 8 rounds, not 3.
That's right, and that's what I'm sort of seeing, just adjusting from an amateur point of view, is that they do have a longer time. So in amateur boxing, you've only got 3 rounds, so used to seeing it at I guess a faster pace.
That's right, a sprint. This is a bit
Yeah.
more of like a
More
marathon,
of a marathon.
a long distance run.
Do you think with the amateur boxers transitioning to pros, it's is it? I wouldn't say easy, but
I think it depends on the fighter, because some people fight with a lot of urgency. Some of them, I think maybe the bigger differences is that things like power and durability come into play as professionals with the long distance, with the smaller gloves, and as well
That's
as is there a fighter? Do they fight with high energy? Do they use their work rate to get on top of their opponents? Or are they someone that thinks tactically and makes adjustments through the fight, where you can't just shoot all your bullets in the first few rounds, because
No.
you're going to have none by the end in the long distance.
I think people assume being an amateur boxer that it would be an easy transition to pro, but it really isn't it? It's just like anyone else coming into the pro scene.
Yeah, a bit more of a long chess match.
Yeah.
Right.
Can't expose too much too early. You can't show them your best cards early, because you've got distance to go.
This guy's got some moves, man. I give you that.
Moves, I'm telling you what. I don't know how many times I've featured him on my Snapchat, but I love him.
You'll be famous.
So it's good to see the man himself, Nailini Helu. And apparently he's got a fight lined up against Patrick Ferguson for the WBO Oceania cruiserweight title. So that'll be
the wild boy.
amazing.
I actually used to, when he was a little bit south of what he is now in weight, I used to spar him when he was younger, and even then he had a crack on him. He had some power.
Wow, look at it. They both switching up both sides. Orthodox southpaw. So
You see there, yeah. She's using her feet. She's using her range. She can measure her range well.
Yep, she's landed a few jabs there.
she's good with her movements, though. Lani's really
That's
good.
right, yeah.
And it sets her up for another punch.
But with that, you're
good.
using your feet, using big muscles, that uses energy. And like we've said a few times, this is a longer distance. Can she keep that up?
And this is round 4, is that correct?
I think so.
Yeah,
yes.
wow. So
half-
at the end of this, we'll be
almost
halfway.
Nice 3 there.
You see there with the lower hands as well. You're vulnerable around the sides with those long, wide shots.
So no, it's neat to see this as the main event of this Multitrade promotions card. So good on these ladies
Right.
for displaying awesome boxing so far anyway.
There you go. That's what she needs to throw. That's right, that right hand lead.
Nice.
As Lani moves to her left with a low lead, low hands, she's going to be vulnerable to that power hand, that right hand.
So we're seeing some inside boxing now. I think most of this fight has been from the outside.
I think that Lani, it would pay for Lani if she was to throw one shot and come back with a second phase.
Yeah, you're
Take
correct
advantage
there.
of that fast footwork, that agility, go in, come
Exactly
out, go
right.
back in, and maybe catch her as she walks in to try counter her.
Yeah, I feel that is what's missing with her, is her second phase.
Nice.
Be one
nice,
shot
nice.
at a time.
So far, so good, though. So far, so good as a main event.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, good
producing
display
really
of
well.
boxing.
It's the halfway mark. We're at the halfway mark of the bout. 4 rounds to go.
And I'm sure this guy's getting tired jumping in, jumping out, jumping in, jumping out of the ring.
Okay, I think he's displayed a lot.
Yeah.
Conditioning. He's conditioning.
Yeah.
It's what we all need, right?
Endurance.
Nice. So far, so good. Here at Fist of Fury 6, promoting his Multitrade boxing promotions and coming to you live through GladrapChannel. If you would like to see any other shows that we do provide, any other events that we do live on, then jump on YouTube, GladrapChannel, subscribe and follow us, and you'll get the updates every time it's up.
All right, going into round 5.
Round 5, here we go.
Over halfway now.
And Lani's still producing the same speed and the same consistency from the first round.
Yeah, she landed a good right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, and a left.
Good. Using the jab and then changing it up and leading with the right hand.
Yeah.
That's what boxing is. It's the game of lying. If you get the other people to believe your lies, you can make them do what you want.
Yeah.
She swapped to on southpaw orthodox. Damn.
Yeah.
I think Lani might be kind of confused because she's normally the one confusing people with all of her switching.
Yeah.
But so far, so good. Lani's really going well.
Yeah. Using those feet, using that range, using that jab. She controls with her feet. She's able to be first, and it gives you an advantage in dictating how the fight goes.
Yeah. Her footwork has been amazing, as well as her head movements. Just keeps the other boxer guessing. Nailini still has a chance in this. She just has to beat Lani to the punch. And I think just get a bit more...
I think she needs to put
be a bit
on,
more unpredictable and just switch it up a bit.
And take advantage of that low lead and maybe capitalize on throwing that right hand. She's had success with it earlier.
That's
She's
correct.
just not using it enough.
Yeah, Lani's left hand is down, which does leave her open for the right hand. So if Lani can capitalize on that, then...
Yeah, that looks like she's getting too comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes comfortability can kind of take you in a different direction, but
That's right. You can't fall asleep. Can't fall asleep in there. It only takes one punch.
That's right.
and that's all it does.
Oh, a few to the back of the head, little cheeky punches. So like you're giving them the opportunity to fight inside.
I think now from this bout, Lani's
Now they're just throwing punches.
End of round 5.
Nice. Real good. So far, so good.
So far, so good. I think Lani's she's starting to take dominance of this fight. Her feet, she's able to throw more, land more, dictate the pace, dictate when the shots get landed with that footwork and quick jab.
The thing with Lani, she's throwing punches from so many different angles.
That's right.
And it's confusing Lani quite big.
Exactly, definitely. Just throwing the shots that other people offer. You know, not everyone throws. We've got 3 more rounds left in this bout.
All right, here we go. Round 6 on its way.
Here we go. Lani back nice and light on her feet, using that jab. Now she's starting to bring on the right hands. I think she's starting to probably solving the puzzle now. Maybe here we go, Helu bringing on the southpaw stance to switch it up, try find something else.
Nice. Well, she's establishing her jab really well. That's a good thing.
Hey, take you around the world, remember?
Yeah. All right, what was that quote?
Yeah. The right hand can take you around the block, but the jab can take you around the world. And so far, she's showing it. She's going around the world.
Can the hook take you around the solar system?
Hey, I think a good left hook is probably one of the best shots you could have. If there was one shot that I could have, it'd probably be a good left hook.
Are you saying that's your shot?
If I could ask for...
what's your shot, Chad?
I do like a left hook.
Left hook?
Yeah, being the shorter guy, you can bring it round. It's my lead hand, so it's a bit closer to the opponent than
That's
unless
your
it's-
thing?
yeah,
Wow.
even if it's southpaw. So
Left hook, Louis. What would
Yeah,
your star punch be?
I don't have a star punch, to be honest. I just run away.
just all of them, mate.
Run away.
They're
All
all
of them,
perfect.
All of them.
I'm a lover,
Perfect. 10
not a
out of 10.
fighter. So far, so good with these two amazing fighters. Nailini Helu versus Lani Daniels.
Yeah.
Really, really great fight so
That's
far.
also
Round
main
6.
event for the night.
So Lani's been
I
landing
think Lani,
her jab. Yeah.
it's been starting and ending.
Right.
You know,
She feels too comfortable right now.
Yeah, and she's also finding the right hand. Not only the jab now, the right hand's starting to come into play.
Right.
Yeah. if
And
she
that-
can just work a little bit more on this infighting, I mean, they've got an opportunity. Oh, there she goes there.
Yeah.
Professional, I feel like you've got to also fight on the inside, so
Yep.
I feel
The
like she could
referee
maybe
will-
work a little bit more on this
Yes.
aspect. But she's doing it, so
Awesome.
good on these girls.
So like you said, in the amateurs, they're going to be a lot more strict with the clinches. You
It
will,
is.
you'll,
Yeah.
being a ref, when are you supposed to break up the bout when they are inside clinching? What do you look for?
So in amateur boxers, if they're both like in the clinch, if they've got one arm free each and they can throw punches, you can let it go. But as long as one person cannot, I guess, throw any punches, and that's when you would call a break or a stoppage.
Yep.
But it's very strict compared to the pros, where you can allow a bit of infighting, or in range fighting. In the professional and amateur, they kind of it's a lot more cleaner. A lot more stricter.
A lot more. The referee's going to get
The
involved
referee
a
is
lot more.
involved
Yeah.
a lot more. The rule book is by the rules. So you will get pulled up a lot. So I feel like in this professional thing, if you're able to sort of fight inside and they're allowing it, like then why not get your game up to allow that sort of skill set? So do you agree to have like that skill of infighting as well as fighting from range?
Wow, nice
you
jab.
should have both because you're not always going to fight the same kind of people, and if someone's better than you at what you're good at, you've got to bring something different.
That's right. Yeah.
Even if you're outside boxer, someone's going to come in close on you, and you got to be able to handle yourself in there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to be vulnerable.
Hey guys, what I also just noticed, if Lani Daniels does win this, she obviously goes to 2-2, but she also can say that she actually beat a former top 10 world ranked boxer in the world.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
Yeah, I do know Nailini has been around for a while, and she has had some credible matches. So it will be interesting to see what happens. Oh, nice combo.
I
Left, right
think
there.
Lani is starting to get on top of this bout.
she's enjoying it now. So
Yeah.
she's had that nice 2 across. I think Lini's kind of tiring up a little bit now, but they're both doing really, really well.
Really good. I'm really impressed with both of
Awesome.
them.
I think that maybe Lani's running. No, Lani, sorry, is running out of ideas, whereas Lani has plenty of more. And because she's always first, she can always dictate where the exchange is going.
She did. Look, nice right hand there and the left hook.
That's
She just
right.
looks a lot more fresher, landing another 1-2 combo there. So
Yeah,
And she's still going hard. They're both going hard. They're doing
nice.
hard.
Helu being the second to jump into the exchange is being dictated with what Lani's doing. She's always having to be
awesome.
reactive as opposed
nice.
to dictating what's going on.
I do know that Lani fought
Nice.
Giovanna Perez in her last fight, with Giovanna taking the win. And Giovanna's currently in the top rankings. There is I think a Super 8 women divisions tournament coming up, which will be interesting to see if these two girls are nominated for it, including Giovanna. Any other girl in that weight division in New Zealand? I think it's a great idea because they
Sarah
do it for
Long,
the
I
men's
think it was.
currently. So it's an 8-woman competition. I think Craig Thompson's running that one. So be awesome to see.
Because there is a few potential women heavyweights at that age. I mean,
Well, there is.
well, there's these two, and then you got Sarah Long, then you got Giovanna, and then you got Trish Vaca as well, who's another
Yeah.
Amazing fighter as well herself.
Well, it looks like the tournament's a go-ahead, so they've got the 8 there. So yeah, definitely one to watch. And if the competition's as good as these two, well, yeah, it'll be a.
Here we go, 8th and final round.
Final round already.
Final round already.
Well done,
and
girls.
the respect is still there from round 1 to round 8, and it's still going. So
what do you think?
Lani just got to leave it all in there now.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, she has to.
Leave nothing in the tank. Empty the tank out right here.
It's the best round to do it. It's the last one.
Nice.
There we go, and she is. She's selling out on her shots. She's trying to put as much mustard on them as she can. I think she's going to have to.
Oh, nice.
Back.
I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing from Lani Daniels.
Right. Well, she's good.
She's kept up the footwork and the fitness. Also, the punching combinations coming from her are just awesome skill level.
Yes.
And you can see there another left, right.
From Whangarei.
She's from Whangarei?
Oh, Whangarei. Ray.
Yeah.
I said Ray.
Yeah.
Tukaha Boxing Club.
No, good on her. Look at her. She's still light on her feet.
That's it. She's still aware of what she's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's even though she's been moving a lot and using lots of movement, she's still fresh. And because she's got a good jab, she can be first. And because she's first, she's dictating the pace. So she's fighting at her pace. She's fighting at what she's comfortable with.
That's right.
And
not taking anything from Nailini. She's still fighting back, but I think just with Lani, just looking like the fresher boxer. I think
Lani's forced to be reactive to everything.
If I had a scorecard, I think I would be leaning towards Lani.
Right.
That's right. Lani's had to box to Lani's tune this fight, I think.
Yeah, there we go again, another awesome combo from Lani.
Good counter punching. She caught one there.
Last 10 seconds of round 8. Leave it all in there and throw everything you can.
Awesome showing from these girls. Well done.
Caught the right hand on the end. I think she's still
Such
done enough.
an amazing main event.
Great bout.
That was amazing.
Good event.
And I gotta say, they were in the main event for the reason.
Yeah.
Or for a reason. The fight of the night has to go to this fight right here. Nailini Helu versus Lani Daniels.
No, good matchup. Well done.
Really awesome matchup. And I'm sure, after this, with Lani winning this bout, and who knows, she might get another
shot at
international call or something, who knows.
I reckon she'll want to avenge that loss to Giovanna Perez.
Oh, yes.
Right.
If I was her, I sure would.
Yeah, let's see another rematch of that.
Definitely.
I think it was by a split decision as well.
It was very close.
So,
yeah. No, it's exciting. It's good to see that, women's boxing has got some good things coming through, especially in this weight division. So, exciting times.
we await the judges' scorecards for the decision. Daniels.
Really well respect. And this is the best part I love about boxing, After they're bashing heads and trying to smash each other's face, and in the ring it's all business, and out the ring is nothing but love and respect and support. And that's all it is. Everybody's just trying to make a living and a career out of what they love the most, and this is awesome. This is really awesome. So we'll start from we'll start to see who's gonna take it out from here. So you guys go leaning towards Lani?
I think Lani.
I think so.
Right.
Just in my
all 8 or 7-1, 6-2.
I can't really call the first maybe 2 rounds. 2 to 3, but from maybe the 4th onwards, I feel like Lani's she kind of dictated the action, landed more, and body language. She just seemed to be a bit more energetic and in charge of the fight, had the momentum on her side.
Yeah.
How about you, Sis? What was yours?
Oh, I totally agree with Chad here. I'm not sure about the judging terminology in the pros, but yeah, definitely from the third round onwards, I would say it was just the Lani show. Not taking anything away from Lani, of course. She put up an awesome fight.
Right.
But I definitely think Lani, just on counts of like skill level, landing the shots.
Absolutely.
Yeah, awesome to see. I was really quite impressed with the both of them. And
Beautiful.
yeah, awesome boxing from round 1 to the end of the fight.
Lance summons them to the center for the decision.
Louis, who have you got?
Yeah, well, I gotta agree with you guys on this one. As much as I respect both fighters,
Yeah.
I gotta go with Lani Daniels.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Lini will definitely go back to the drawing board and
Yeah,
restudy everything back up again. And everything's a learning curve, so it's never a loss but a learning session.
No, we'll see her back in there, I'm sure.
We'll see how we go out here as Dan announces the winner. Congratulations to Lani,
Well
the
done.
smiling assassin, Daniels. Put up a
There goes
really,
the
really great
paperwork.
fight.
No, it's really awesome to see. I mean, it's slightly different in the amateur
Right.
division. We have quite a few female boxers, but seeing it here in the pros, it's really nice to see.
Right.
And especially at this skill level. Yeah, well done.
Yeah, Lani showed great set of skills tonight and deservingly walked away with the victory. And she keeps her light heavyweight NZPBA title.
Awesome. Be really interesting to see what happens with this division. So
Absolutely. Well, all in all, from fight 1 to the last fight to the main event, it was such a great show.
yeah, they've been
And it was
awesome
such a
matchups
privilege to
tonight.
be here.
Some real barn burners.
Yes. Thank you, GladrapChannel.
Cheer.
All right.
Thanks to Chop Chad
And also-
Cheeseburger
And
and Louis
Thanks to
Teal.
everyone.
What's your nickname?
K9.
K9.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And always good to have you guys all. Well, it was pretty cool to have our debut
Debut.
on the mic. It was awesome. And thank you guys for tuning in.
Hope we have been entertaining and
Signing out.
Signing out.
okay. Over and out.